What's up, everyone? This is your boy Jermaine, back with another video, back with another walking tour video. So in this video, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna go up Van Ness. Just recently, they just opened this bus lane on Van Ness. We're not gonna take the bus, but they just opened this bus lane, and looks like the traffic, well, they say the traffic has improved quite a bit. I don't really know because I don't take the bus this way, and I also don't drive on Van Ness, so I don't really know if it's, you know, faster. But I'm pretty sure people that have a regular commute along this way, I'm pretty sure they'll be able to tell you if it's faster or not. Did I get stuck on the other side? Maybe I should jump over. Oh, cool artwork. So what we'll do is we'll just walk all the way up Van Ness till we get to I guess till we get up to Bay Street, and I'll show you guys what's going on, show you what has changed. Right behind me here, this is pretty much a whole intersection here. It used to be a Walgreens on the corner, and they got rid of the Walgreens. I don't know what was on this back corner. I can't remember. Maybe it was a building of some sort. But my guess is they're about to build a skyscraper here. That's just my guess, just because it's in a good area to build one. You know, there's plenty of public trans around. Here we go, we're at the bottom. This is what, the 100 block of Venice. This off to the right, you can't really tell because we're at the bottom of it, we're at the base. But this is actually a pretty large building. This is a residential building. I did lots of jobs in this building. Really nice views. It used to be like an office building back in the day, and then they like did a big remodel and turned it into housing. So that's just proof that, yeah, you can turn old buildings into housing, you know. They definitely like upgraded it and stuff like that. It's a gorgeous day today. It's a little on the windy side, you know, I must admit. Another addition that they've added to Van Ness on a lot of intersections, we can kind of see throughout this video. They added a lot of these pop-outs here. Now, before they added these, the street was like straight, right? With these pop-outs, it makes it so the cars like have to slow down because the street's not as straight. And then it also gives pedestrians more place to gather on the sidewalk. Wow, it's a little windy right now. There's certain parts of Van Ness that is a lot windier than other parts. We're in one of the windier parts right now. Once we make it up like 2 more blocks, it won't be as windy. I don't know if the wind's interfering with this video or anything. I wonder what's gonna go there. This is a new fence they've put up. I wonder what, it looks like it's big enough for a building, you know, here and go around the back there. Like there's a big protest going on over here at the courthouse on the front side. It's been going on for a couple days. It's about abortion, and I don't know. That's something for women to figure out. You know, don't ask me my opinion on that. Like I'm not a chick. I'm a dude. A lot of people have been asking my opinion on it, and I'm like, hey, I'm a dude, yo. Like, I should probably stay out of that conversation. And this here is the Van Ness side of the courthouse. You know, they really made this street look beautiful with all the colors, you know. I haven't seen any cars driving the bus lane. I mean, it definitely has this whole bus lane like vibe to it and feel. But usually you would see like one person, you know, doing it. But I haven't seen anyone doing it at all. So guys, I'm just gonna jog really fast because I've been running into this problem with these long videos of where I walk by someone and they're playing music and then I can't like monetize the video. And it kind of sucks because, you know, these videos are not like I'm just sitting at home on the couch like making a video. No, I'm like walking, and it takes a long time to make these videos. So I don't want to have to go through and edit parts of the video out. So the easiest thing to do is just to get away from the music so it won't be in the video. And then you don't have that problem to worry about. Which is kind of lame because, yo, I'm making a walk into a video. Like, it's not my fault that, you know, there's someone playing loud music, you know. And this is why we need autonomous cars, yo. I mean, you could have easily just waited, you know. Slowly going up. It's definitely not as windy over here. This place to the right, this is a ghost kitchen. Maybe it used to be an actual restaurant before the pandemic, but like now, I love to pick up from there. It's a pickup location for Uber Eats and DoorDash. I love to pick up from there because they don't trip about you bringing your bike inside. You know, it just makes it really easy. You know how nice it is when you go to a pickup location and you can bring your bike in, you know? But I totally understand, like if it's a restaurant, you know, full of people, that's totally different. But by that place being, you know, kind of like a ghost kitchen nowadays, it's totally cool, you know? This here used to be a McDonald's here on this corner. Looks like it's for sale, a lot available. Wow. I would have thought that they would have, you know, maybe already had a plan when they got rid of the McDonald's, but maybe they didn't, or maybe they had a change of plans, you know. See, around here, you have a lot of elderly people that live around here. I've made a lot of deliveries in this area. Venice, it seems like a place where a lot of elderly people live. Like there's a lot of like elderly homes here. Anyone out there need a piano? This is a piano shop. You can get yourself a nice piano to put in your piano room. There you have it. You can get you a nice piano, yo. A real nice piano, a grand piano. You could put it in the living room. Or no, better yet, you put it in your piano room, you know. You gotta be a baller so big that you got a piano room. It's actually pretty ballin' if you think about it. You got a room in your house just for a freaking piano. And of course it wouldn't be like a bedroom, it would be some nice grand room, you know. Gosh, all the things you can spend money on. You can go get you a yacht, or a little boat, you know. Not a yacht, but a boat. Or you can get you a freaking piano. Take your pick. Slight hill going over here. some people get upset when I like cross the street, but snow cars coming. And I really don't like this, I really don't like that intersection too much. So I'll just keep walking. I remember this building here. This building here was on the news recently. People were complaining that on this alley here. Oh, the UPS guy's walking the dog. They're complaining on the alley to get into their building over there that like it was always like people congregating there, and it was very, very difficult to like exit and enter the building, and then it was always trash, and people used to pee right there. And when they used to pee, the pee would run down into the garage. So after like 3 or 4 people take a wee there, and it runs down into the garage, man, your garage about to stink, yo. You know, I've definitely, well, when I went to that WeWork, they had that problem in the garage because I would have to take the bike in the garage. And man, on the weekends, the homeless people had like 3 days to like, you know, piss down there. And oh man, by the time Monday rolled around, if you showed up at like 7 before security got there to put disinfectant down, yo, that shit would hit you in the face, yo. You would be like, whoa, you know. This looks kind of weird. There's like a bunch of Lyft bikes here. Like outside the Metro PCS store. I don't know, it just looks like a weird, unusual sight. This here's the Tesla dealership. You need a Tesla. That's where you go get you a nice car from right here. Make sure you get the FSD too. Go ahead and get it now. Get it out the way before the price go up. I love it. Oh my gosh, my glasses are like wet right now. This guy is like not even giving us a fucking break here, yo. He's got everybody walking in the street, dude. You gotta have some sort of courtesy, bro. Dang, look at that building. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's an old folks home. Or however y'all call it. I know some people that offends folks to call it an old folks home, but an elderly community. A place where you drop your parents off because the kids don't want to deal with the parents. One of those places. You know, I wouldn't put my mom in a nursing home, but I know a lot of people that would. I know plenty of people that would. That say, drop off mama down there. No, oh no, I would never do that to my mom. I would just have to deal with her, you know? If you want to come out here. No, you shouldn't throw your family into a nursing home. This is another old folks home here. If you guys are shopping for, you know, elderly homes, I mean, you want to check out Van Ness, yo. If you're real broke, you can probably stay at this hotel here. They'll probably charge you about $200 a night, you know, which is probably cheaper than some of these other places. Some of these other old folks homes, they may charge like $500 a night, you know. And you wonder like who pays for that. Well, does the kids pay for it? Because $500 a day is a lot of money, bro. I guess like insurance can pay for that depending on their job, or maybe the kids like pitch in. But $500 a day, dang, won't it just be cheaper to keep grandma at the house? I guess all of them are not $500 a day. I guess that's maybe one that's like more on the expensive side. This here is a new hospital that they built recently. The Gary Street, Sutter. I don't know what type of hospital that is. I guess there was an emergency room there, but it's not for everyone. It's for certain. Yeah, that's me. Hey, how's it going? Good, good, good. If I'm not mistaken, that might be a hospital for elderly people too. I mean, yo, feel free to put stuff in the comments if you guys know more about Van Ness Street. Because like, I don't come over this way too much, you know? I like how they start to do this along Van Ness Street. They start to give it a little bit of character to make it a little different. They kind of start to do the same tiling in parts of the East Cut, I've noticed. I really, really like that. So This is another place where a lot of elderly people live. 24-hour Fitness is here. I wonder is it still in business? I see the windows open, so maybe. We're slowly coming up here. Now over here you also have another thing that's very popular with Van Ness. You have a lot of car dealerships on Van Ness. So if you may have noticed, like I pointed out the Tesla dealership, but right before the Tesla dealership, it was like the Jaguar dealership, you may have noticed. Well, coming up here, you got like Honda and Acura. And then I think when you go down, there's like another car shop or something. Van Ness is notorious for all these alleys too. I love this painting, holy moly, look at this. That's some cool artwork. This alley's clean right now. These alleys are, they go through hard times, put it like that, but it's clean right now, you know? Yeah, it's clean all the way down. Oh, it's nice. Even the other side's clean. Yeah, I don't want to really get into it, but like I said, these alleys go through hard times. This one's just not going through a hard time right now. Over here we have a liquor store. It's a super popular liquor store. I've went there multiple times. I have this really cool parking area upstairs that's kind of weird because it feels like you're parking inside of a building. But I went there to buy this stuff called Peace Tea, right? Now, Peace Tea is it's not an alcoholic beverage. Peace Tea is just this tea that comes in a 24-ounce container, right? Well, when I went there to get like 3 of them, they asked for ID. And I was just a little thrown off that they asked for ID. You know, I was like, okay, why are they asking for ID? But by them being a liquor store, like to go in there, you have to have ID. So that's their reasoning of asking you for ID. Even if the thing you're buying is not alcoholic. Yeah. I mean, I just showed them my ID, but I thought it was like super weird that they asked for ID. Just to buy like freaking a tea. I know. If you need a mattress, here's Mattress Firm. I've actually been there a couple times. Not to buy a mattress, because I would just order a mattress off the internet. I wouldn't go to a store and buy a mattress. But actually I went there a couple times for Amazon packages. That's an Amazon pickup location. Like they have those Amazon lockers. And before I moved to the place I live now, I have a lot of my packages go to Amazon lockers. And yeah, that was one location I would send stuff to every now and then. I used to spend a lot of time at this Starbucks back in my Uber days. I really like this Starbucks because like early in the mornings at like 6 in the morning, like they would just have like street sweeping on the side. And it would be like, you would have to move your car by 7 in the morning, okay? So I would always show up at like 6, and I had plenty of time because by 7, like it's time for me to start driving an Uber. So I used to go there and like have coffee and like park like right out front, you know? And it used to be, they changed the streets here. It used to be like parking like right directly in front of the shop, but they made a pop out on that side, so that parking spot's gone. But I used to always park there and go there and get coffee in the morning and chill. I would go to that one, and I would go to the one in the marina. There was another one in the marina I would go to all the time. For the same reason, it was like super easy, convenient, wasn't too busy, you know? Surprised that one's still in business. Over here we got more old folks homes or elderly communities. We got some alleys. Those alleys are clean too, yo. Yeah, these alleys are clean right now. Now, up to the right is a really cool place. If you guys want to come to the city and stay, and you want a nice neighborhood to stay in, and you don't want to be like in Union Square, you don't want to be in Fisherman's Wharf, I say come here. Come to this Holiday Inn right here. The reason why I say this is look at that building. You can't tell where we are, but we're not on a really big hill, but we are on a hill, right? And if you are staying up here, like on the 10th floor, you're gonna have stunning views of this direction, right? You're also gonna have stunning views at this direction if you're on this side of the building. So if you come, like, stay here. Like, this neighborhood is not as touristy. Like, I don't hear about, like, I don't hear about, you know, car break-ins as much over here. I mean, it definitely can happen, but I just don't hear about it as much over here. But yeah, there's some really, really nice views up there, you know. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this building has a garage, so you don't have to worry about parking. But that's probably gonna cost you like $50 a day, so FYI. Have one of the few gas stations that's left. You know, I don't know if anyone's noticing, but gas stations are starting to disappear in the city. I don't hear anyone talking about it, but they're starting to slowly disappear. Like, there was that one on like 9th and Howard. That one's gone. It's an apartment building now. There's another one. I just can't sit here and name them, but I've noticed that there's less and less. They're really pushing it out, you know. Over here is another elderly community over here. So if you got lots of money, you can stay there. It's really quiet right now. If you need a guitar, here's a Guitar Center across the street. And once again, there's another mattress firm, which is very interesting, because there was just one like right over there, right down the street, and now there's one here. I watched some YouTube video and they were talking about like why there's so many mattress firms and you never ever see anyone in them, you know. I don't know, maybe it could be a front, maybe it could be good for money laundering. I don't see anyone in there. All those bids, yo. I can't believe people still buy bids like that. I mean, yeah, I guess some people do. I guess people living over there in the old folks home, they're probably not going to go on Amazon and buy their bed. They're probably going to go across the street and say, oh, I want to sit on this one. I want to lay on this one. Oh, this is the one. I like this one. This is good on my back, baby. Ooh, come on, honey, lay next to me. Let's try out this bed. You know, that's what they're probably doing. You know, one thing that they did around here, they definitely preserved a lot of buildings, right? So if you look across the street and look at this one here, this is like old school on the top. Look at that gold awning up there, right? But then down below, they sort of, you know, let it go a little modern. They let it be a little up to date with the Guitar Center downstairs. That's really, really cool that they've done here. It's such a beautiful day. It's so nice though. And bus lanes flowing. Definitely don't see no traffic over there. But there would not be traffic this hour of the day. I'm kind of filming this in the middle of the day, which is kind of nice to do too, because I usually film like later in the afternoon because it's a little bit easier. It's a little bit convenient. But filming in the middle of the day is kind of awesome. I get like maximum brightness, you know? And it's also not as windy in the middle of the day versus later in the afternoon. Later in the afternoon, the winds typically pick up. So in the daytime, it may not be as windy, you know, but usually in the evening it picks up. Some more old school buildings here. Those are just all preserved, especially this one, 1735. This place up here, this is a very, very new, a very new artsy building that they built. Kind of like it. It's kind of cool. Condos are going for like $1 million for one bedroom. I mean, it was marketed as a luxury building. But yeah, that's a boatload of money, right? Oh my gosh, those tourists are like literally on the streets on Van Ness with those bikes. They're bold, or they don't know. This place over here has a rock gym inside. I see people climbing on it every once in a while. Now, this here is Academy of Arts. If you look across the street, it just looks like a black wall over there, but there's actually these large windows, and they have the windows covered. They have the windows covered during the looting. Man, look at this shop. This reminds me of New York, yo. Yeah, they have the windows covered up. They still have their windows covered up, by the way, from the protest that happened like 2 years ago. Now they still have their windows covered up because they have a lot of fancy cars in there. They have like a car collection. And at the Academy of Arts in different locations in the city, they have like different cars, like you know, behind these glass walls and stuff. And I guess they just don't want to take any chances, so they still have the whole thing covered up, even on this side of the street. So I'm sure you can still go in there and see them if you're really a car collector. I don't know if these are elderly homes, but for some reason they kind of give me that feeling that they are. Maybe they're just apartment buildings. But the reason why I don't know, I've done a lot of deliveries in the city, and I've noticed, like, I've done so many deliveries that now I'm to the point where, like, I'm asking myself, like, have I ever been to this building before? You know? And there's usually a reason why you don't go to certain buildings. Like, I notice people don't order stuff from federal buildings, right? So you don't really go to too many federal buildings. Like, there's like 1 or 2 federal buildings downtown. But most federal buildings don't order stuff, right? And then another thing I've noticed is a lot of elderly communities don't order things either. And then a lot of like really, really fancy neighborhoods, they don't order stuff either. So it seems like it's just like, there's like a certain like group. It's like a certain group of people that does the majority of the online ordering. Alright, we are just going along with this. We over here by the Jiffy Lube. Anybody? Y'all need an oil change? You need to get lubed up. Jiffy Lube, they're gonna have you drive in, no wait. They're gonna have your oils changed out. Your engine gonna be running real good after you leave Jiffy Lube, yo. It's over here across the street. It used to be a CVS. It closed down real quick. Man, they used to loot that place like crazy. I don't wonder what this used to be. It's closed down. Yeah, that CVS, they used to hit that CVS all the time now. And the thing about that CVS, it was actually a really easy one to hit because you're just right here on Van Ness. Like, after you get done, you know, taking all your stuff and jumping in the car and getting away, you just freaking on Van Ness. It's super easy to get away, you know? So they closed that one down. I think by having a parking lot, it made it like easier. There's another one farther down. It doesn't have a parking lot. But I wonder what that building will be, you know? Because it was a good it was a really, really good location for a drugstore, and it had parking for people who, you know, have a car. Or for someone who's like, you know, just driving through the city. Because this is like basically the one-on-one right here. So there's a lot of people that they're driving from like Northern California going to SoCal. And Google Maps is going to send them straight through San Francisco, and this is the route they're going to take. So if that store is still open, it could be a place where, you know, someone could stop. And you know, get stuff and have a parking lot to pull into instead of like look for street parking. So just one less inconvenience. This intersection is huge and takes forever. Down here we got Polk Street down there. traffic's flowing today. It's not too busy. This here is Broadway. This is that tunnel. The Broadway tunnel down there. And there's a lot of cyclists out there that want the city to add a bike lane in the Broadway tunnel. And what that really would means is that they would have to give up a car lane for the cars. And what they could very well do is just give up one, since there's 2 lanes going one way and 2 lanes going the other way, what they could do is just give up 1 lane out of the 4. And with that 1 lane, they could put a barricade, and then they can have a bike lane going both ways. And the one that they would probably give up would be the one that's leaving downtown. You know, that one. This is what I've heard. But this would be really, really awesome if this would actually happen, because yeah, this would just be awesome because you could easily cycle through freaking the Broadway tunnel. You know, and it's kind of scary cycling through the Broadway tunnel on the weekends. Here's Academy of Art, more buildings here. Wow, look at those trees on the back of that truck. They're just like chilling, just being driven to their new home. I'm driving mad slow. I guess you're driving with trees on the back. You don't want all the leaves to blow off as you're driving, 25 miles an hour. That's the speed limit on here, I think. Which you never see anyone do 25 miles per hour. Everyone's doing faster or slower, you know. Okay, wow, down here they have definitely redone the sidewalk. They've definitely updated the sidewalk. It wasn't like this. I remember it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like this, you know. They definitely made it all modern here. I love that. You know, one thing that I noticed that they don't do too much out here, maybe it doesn't rain too much, but I've been to a lot of places in Europe, and one thing that's very popular in Europe is they'll lay down these tiles that are like fast drying. So if it starts to rain, and if it starts to rain, the tiles will dry up really fast. I'm talking about within like 5 or 10 minutes after the rain stops. Like, it's like fast drying, so it would just dry really, really fast. And that was that's pretty awesome. I don't see them using stuff like that around here. But like I said, maybe it doesn't rain enough. This part of the Van Ness is, it definitely gets a little bit quieter in this part of Van Ness. It's not as much action. You know, once you pass Broadway, the city's very different over here. It's kind of quieter, you know. Yeah, it's just got a different feel to it. It's a little bit more laid back, a little bit more relaxed. It's not as more fast-paced like the beginning of this video was. It's like they're getting ready to put a tree in. Oh, we got a cyclist in the bike lane. That's like the first one I've seen in this whole video. Cycling in the bike lane is so much fun. No, cycling in the bus lane is so much fun. You're not supposed to do it. I've heard of cops saying stuff. I don't really know if they've written any tickets or anything, but I definitely heard of people getting yelled at for being over there, because you're actually not supposed to be there. It's for the buses only. But I'm gonna keep it real. I don't think too many cyclists see it that way. I think cyclists see it like, oh, I'm going like 3 blocks down and I don't see any bus this way and I don't see any bus that way and I don't see any cars in this red lane, so I'm gonna use this red lane. I think that's how a lot of cyclists see it, but you're not supposed to use it. There's this building here. This is kind of cool. I watched this one go up. Looks like they got another one going up here. Is this gonna be a wooden structure? Oh no, it looks like there's metal and cement there. I'm not that big a fan of wooden structures. I mean, I just like metal and concrete more than the wood. Especially in the city with earthquakes and all that. I guess wood does better in earthquakes, but the way that they build buildings nowadays is a lot different than building wood buildings back in the 50s, you know, when they were afraid of earthquakes. That is a hill, yo. You stretch your legs out going up that one. We are just zooming right along, yeah. We are just zooming. 26:42. We started off at, but that was 100. So we've already went a handful of blocks so far on the 26 block. It's a beautiful building over here, this purple one. It's not purple, it's like light cream. I don't know why I called it purple. There's another monster hill for you. For y'all folks that like the monster hills. Now up here, we have Lombard Street. Lombard Street is famous for the crooked street, right? But then also Lombard Street is just famous because a lot of tourists just stay on Lombard Street. So if you continue to go down Lombard Street, there's a lot of like tourist hotels to stay at. This one is a Comfort Inn here. This is actually one of the larger ones. A lot of the hotels that are farther down Lombard Street, they're like smaller hotels. They're not big like that. They're like smaller. They're not really hotels. They're more of motels. Or like, you know, you walk outside and then you walk into the room. Like you're not walking on a hallway or anything. So that's kind of how those are. But yeah, Lombard Street's pretty popular, you know, and you continue to go down Lombard Street, you'll get to the Golden Gate Bridge. But then over here is the other part of Lombard Street. This part of Lombard Street is the crooked part, and you'll find a lot of tourists over there too, because everybody likes to take photos and like walk down. And I think you can drive down. Yeah, you can drive down. They were talking about charging a fee for driving down. I don't know how they were going to charge a fee for driving down. But I remember them talking about that. I don't know if they done it or if they're doing it, or if there's someone standing out there writing down license plates or something, or maybe if they got a camera like recording it and they just send you the bill in the mail. Like I don't know how that works, but I heard something like that. And once you pass Lombard Street, it gets really quiet. I mean, look how quiet it is. Majority of the traffic goes on Lombard Street, you know. So you get down here, it's hella quiet. Even before the pandemic, it was kind of like this. Once you get past Lombard Street, you know, we have this tourist hotel too. But it's not really busy right now because this is like in the middle of the week. If you come here on the weekends, it might be a little bit more busier. You know, probably all the parking spots will definitely be taken. But here, I'm gonna have to go walk over in this area in a video and explore, because some really nice views over there. And I like this building here. This is like this old school building with like this big round awning at the bottom that looks like a horseshoe, and all like the decorative going around. It's a very beautiful building. And you also notice on this part of Van Ness, past Lombard Street, there's no more bus lane. So this is where the bus lane ended, like I think it ended like 2 blocks before Lombard Street. But I think that's a good place to stop it. And you know, once you get down here, there's not that much traffic, so they don't necessarily need a dedicated lane. because as you can see, like, it's not that much traffic. Even like after 5 o'clock, like, it's kind of dead down here, because why else would you come this way, you know? I mean, Lombard Street is just faster. It's the more direct route. You could go this way and then take Bay Street to get to the Golden Gate Bridge, but that's gonna take a whole lot longer than just taking Van Ness. Because on Bay, you like make that turn on, I forget the name of the street, but like that street that goes along the Marina Green is really slow because there's lots of pedestrians that like cross back and forth. It's definitely more of the scenic route for sure, you know, but it takes a whole lot longer. It's the difference between going to LA, taking the 5, and taking the 1, you know. If you take the 5, you'll get there in like, you know, from SF to LA, you'll get there in like 5-6 hours, right? But if you take that 1 trying to get to LA from San Francisco, yo, you're gonna be driving for like, I don't know, you're gonna be driving for like, you know, 10 hours or something, 12 hours or something like that. It's crazy. So that's just the difference. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. We at Bay Street right now. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Like, comment, subscribe. I love all of y'all. And peace out, yo.